game. Bella and James sat on the grass. Let's play the rhyme game, Bella said. First, you say a word, then I'll say a word that rhymes. James nodded. Truck, he said duck. Bella rhymed horse. James said house. James said mouse. Bella rhymed dog. James
No,
said
dear, you lost the flow. So James nodded. Truck, he said.
truck.
Duck,
He said.
Bella rhymed.
Bella said. Okay, ma'am. Horse, James said. Mouse, Bella rhymed. Duck, James said.
Dog.
Dog. Okay, sorry, ma'am. Frog, Bella rhymed. Can I do the rhyming now? James asked. Yes, Bella said. Dress. James rhymed. Bella laughed. Please wait. Yes, it was my word. It wasn't my word. Here it is now. Cow. James rhymed. No, Bella laughed harder. No, no, no. Go. James rhymed. Go. Bella laughed so hard. She rolled on the grass. James rolled next to her. Rhyming was fun. Thank you.
Okay, very good, dear. Very good. But you made a few small mistakes like house. It's not horse, it's house. Okay. The first word that James said, it was house. Okay. Everything was fine. Just do practice. Okay. You're supposed to concentrate on that full stop, exclamatory mark areas. Okay. You did a very good job, Abdiel. Okay, so we are already done with Sain and Veda. Now we are moving on to Tejasri. I'm going to share my screen. Tejasri, are you ready? Is the screen visible? Is the screen visible?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, we can see the screen.
Okay.
Ma'am, we can see the screen.
Okay. So 1 minute.
Ma'am, Tejasri can read?
Yes, Tejasri. Let me just mark it. Okay.
Ma'am, I did not see my response.
Sorry, dear. Who was
Ma'am,
it?
From my phone I left the Abdiel so that
you
I
couldn't.
did not
Okay.
hear that what you say.
Okay, you did a very good job, Abdiel. Actually, you did a brilliant job. Your accent was good. The thing is that
Thank you,
in the beginning, the word house, you pronounced it like horse. So it's actually house. Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, then all other mistakes, I guess you corrected yourself and you didn't make much mistakes. So it's okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So keep it up, dear. Continue practicing. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Tejasri, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Okay, Tejasri, you can start reading.
Foggy Figure by Kelly Hashry. Justin and Mary wake up early, even though they were vacationing at their uncle's lake house. The night before, Uncle Thomas told them about the foggy figure that haunts the lake. Justin and Mary were determined to see the ghostly creature before their vacation was over. Is it foggy outside? Mary asked as Justin peered out the window. Yeah, let's go. Justin let go of the curtain and rushed to the door with Mary on his heels. It was only 5 a.m. So
5 a.m. It's just a.m. Okay.
It
I
was
think she has
5
network
a.m.
issue. We can't
So
hear her properly.
everyone else in the house was still asleep. As they crept through the kitchen to the back door, Mary sniffed the air.
The
It
air.
had the air. It had the faint scent of coffee and something sweet. She shrugged it off and followed Justin out the door, down the back steps, and onto the board dock. Fog had settled over the lake, making it impossible to see anything. Ma'am,
Okay,
I'm
very
finished.
good, Tejasri. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Your accent was really good. Brilliant, dear. Your pronunciation was also good. Keep it up, dear. Continue practicing. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Stenin.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Stenin, I'm going to share my screen. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, you can start reading. 1 minute. So, start reading. Is the screen visible, Stenin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Do you see anything? Mary asked, leaning forward for a closer look. Nothing. Do you think Uncle Thomas was just trying to scare us with the story? Uncle Thomas did have a good imagination. He'd been telling Justin and Mary stories for years. But this was the first scary story. Mary had a feeling it was made up.
It wasn't made up.
It wasn't made up. Mary shook her head.
Mary shook her head.
Mary shook her head. Remember what Uncle Thomas said. The foggy figure haunts the lake. We're on the dock. Maybe that's why we can't see him. The people in the story were in the boats. You want to go out on the water? Justin asked. Mary looked around, trying to find Uncle Thomas' boat. But the fog was too thick. Mom and Dad will be really angry if we go out on the lake alone in the fog. Justin said. Mary shrugged.
Mary shrugged.
Maybe
What is it?
Mary shrugged. Maybe we don't have to go anywhere. We could sit in the boat while it's docked. That would be dangerous.
That wouldn't be dangerous. Yes, very good, Stenin. Very good. Keep it up, dear.
Thank you, ma'am.
At the beginning, it was like you were having a conversation, so your accent is really good. Keep it up, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Do practice and correct those pronunciation mistakes that you made, okay? Like shrugged. You were having difficulty in pronouncing shrugged, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So can you repeat it once more?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So just read that sentence once again.
Mary shrugged. Maybe we don't have to go anywhere. We could sit in the boat while it's docked. dog that
Yes.
wouldn't be dangerous.
Very good, Stanin. Very good. Keep it up, dear. Continue practicing. Okay. You
Thank
did
you,
a
ma'am.
very good job. Yes. Sheba Maria. Sheba, are you there, Sheba?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, what happened to your video, Sheba?
Ma'am, she can't on her video.
Okay, but I guess her video is on, but it's completely red there. Okay. Sheba? Okay, Sheba.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Her hand was on that camera.
Her hand was there. Okay, Sheba, I'm going to share my screen. Okay.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
I want you to read the next set. Yes. Is the board visible? Yes, Sheba.
Okay, Justin tripped to the end of the dock. He could barely
He could
barely see the outline of the boat. I will go first.
I'll go first.
I'll go first. He carefully lowered himself into the boat and the reach of Mary's hand. Mary climbed into the boat and sat behind him. She was getting nervous now that they were on the water. Say anything. They looked around and
gradually.
grandly
Gradually.
grandly
Gradually. Gradually.
grandly
Gradually.
grandly
Gradually.
grandly
They
The
looked
folk
around
began-
and gradually.
the folk began
Repeat
to
that
reach
sentence once more. They looked around and gradually.
look around and gradually
Gradually.
gradually
Gradually. Gradually. Gradually.
gradually
Yes.
Gradually, the folk began to lift. Mary turned around and
Screamed.
screamed the foggy figure. It was in the boat with them. Justin and Mary hugged each other in
Fear.
But then they heard a laugh. Justin
Leaned.
G.
Leaned. It's not learned, it's leaned. What is it? Leaned. Sheba? If you're having network issues, you can just keep your videos off while reading. Okay. What is it, Sheba? Leaned. 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 Toward the foggy figure.
Toward the foggy figure. It was in the boat with them. Uncle Thomas, I know that story.
I knew that story would get you.
I knew that story would get you two out of bed early.
enough to take a boat ride with me. Mary seemed happy. There was no foggy figure after all. Justin looked relieved. Relieved. Too. Uncle Thomas laughed. What do you say? I packed a breakfast for us. Mary smiled. She had smelled coffee, and Uncle Thomas had packed
pastries for them.
Month's food. Pastry for them too. Let's do it, Mary and Justin said.
Okay. So I want you to read all these underlined words again.
Okay, ma'am.
First one. Gradually.
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 You're not getting it right, okay? Second word.
Learn.
Leaned.
Lean.
The spelling of learned is L-E-A-R-N-E-D. There is no R there. It's leaned.
Lean.
Yes. Third word.
Relieved.
Yes, relieved. What about the fourth? Pastries.
Pastry.
Pastries.
Pastry.
Pastries. It's not just pastry, it's pastries.
Pastry.
Yes. Okay. So Sheba, I want you to practice. Okay. I want you to practice a lot.
Ma'am.
So I will check in the next class on Thursday. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, when we will have the reading test?
I will let you know, dear. So after your term 1 examination, most probably. Okay. Most probably after your term 1 examination. That's when I'm planning to have your reading test. Okay. Okay, so Sheba Maria, I want you to read the entire story and I will be asking you to read certain words. Okay, so I want you to be prepared.
Okay,
okay, so practice the right pronunciation of all these words. You are supposed to practice. I don't want you to come. Thursday, we are not having class, right? It's a study holiday for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's study holiday, right? Thursday.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
So whenever we are having our next class, I will be asking you to read all these words. Okay. Shaza Shabir.
I think Wednesday we have regular classes.
Wednesday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But Wednesday, we don't have accent training class. We are having accent training class on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we will just check it. Okay. So next it's Shaza Shabir. Are you there, Shaza?
Absent.
Shaza is absent. Okay. Sarah Anish.
Absent.
Sarah Anish is absent. So Ardra will also have her test on next class. Okay. Then Sarah Anish.
She's absent.
She is absent. Ronit.
Ma'am.
1 minute, dear. Shaza Shabir is absent. Sarah Anish is absent. Ronit is present, right?
Present.
Okay. Yes?
This is present.
I'm not taking attendance, dear. Okay. Okay. So Ronit is present. I was just checking. Okay, Ronit, I want you to read the first set. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, dear. You can start reading.
Froggy Figure by Kelly Hatchway. Justin and Mary woke up early.
Even though
they were vacationing at their uncle's lake house. The night before, Uncle Thomas told them about the froggy figure that haunts the lake. Justin and Mary were determined to see the ghostly creature before their vacation was over. Is it froggy outside? Mary asked. As Justin peered out the window. Yep, let's go. Justin let go of the curtain and rushed to the door with Mary on his heels. It was early 5 a.m. So everyone else in the house was still asleep. As they crept through the kitchen to the back door, Mary sniffed the air. Sniffed the air. It had the faint scent of coffee and something sweet. She
shrugged it off. Shrugged
it off and followed just.
What is it? What is it, Ronit?
Shrugged.
Yes.
Shrugged it off and followed Justin out the door, down the back steps, and out onto the boat dock. The frog had settled over the lake, making it impossible to see anything.
Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Can you just repeat those underlined words again, Ronit?
Yes. Yes, okay, ma'am. Sniffed.
Yes.
Struggled.
Shrugged.
Shrugged.
Okay. Very good, Ronit. You did a brilliant job. Okay. Apart from those two words, your pronunciation, your accent was all good. Okay. Keep it up, dear. Okay, now I'm going to take attendance. Okay, please respond to your